there, YouTube friends. My name is Kate, if you're new to this channel, but most likely, you have found this because you're looking for information about it, transabdominal cerclage, experiences with it, or your friends and family of mine here kind of following along. So today, this video is going to be about my first pregnancy with the TAC, the transabdominal cerclage. So, yeah, let's get into it, I guess. It's been pretty interesting. Um, just for the record, I am filming this on September 30th, 2021. I am not going to be posting this until later because we have not told any family or like anyone that I'm pregnant again. So I don't want anyone to find out who's near and dear through a YouTube video. I don't think that it would be likely to happen, but just in case. So I know there's like a few subscribers on here that subscribed when I did some videos when I was looking to get the TAC and then after surgery, and people that have commented and then reached out to me personally. And I'm sorry that this can't be in real time. I don't know when I'm going to like post it officially, but it'll probably be, I don't know, way later in the pregnancy or after the baby comes. So it'll be a while. So today, September 30th, 2021, had my TAC placed on July 15th of this year, and I was pregnant like my next period cycle. So if you haven't watched the video I did about the transabdominal cerclage surgery, I would watch that if you're seeing this video because you want information about what that might be like. And I know information on the internet, because this is such an uncommon thing, there's just not a ton of people like sharing their experience. At least that's how I felt when I was trying to gather information and others shared experiences. So in that video, I stated that my period actually started the day of my surgery. And so I had that, I had the surgery, I had that period cycle, and then like my period came like clockwork 4 weeks later, right on the day. Like it did not affect my cycle at all, except that that cycle that I had, like when I had the TAC placed, it was really, really light. And then I had like a regular period, and then I was pregnant. And I also need to preface this and say this is my third pregnancy, and in all three of my pregnancies, I got pregnant the first quote try. I don't like the word try because, my husband and I never I've never tracked ovulation. I've never done any of that stuff. We just kind of were like, let's just see what happens. And like, I always end up pregnant. And the first two times I thought it was a fluke. Like the first time I was like, okay, we were on vacation, and then I had an early miscarriage. And then the second time I was like, okay, well, this is kind of just, a fluke. And then here we are again, third time. So perhaps like fertility is just not our issue. We just, had these other issues. And in the scheme of things, like, thank God, like all the crap that we've had to go through, try to bring a baby forth in the world, like, thank God that fertility wasn't also an issue. And I know a lot of women out there experience both. I actually talked to a woman that experienced both, and I just could not imagine that. So my hearts really go out to all the women, really doing everything that they can to bring forth their child. So today I am 7 weeks pregnant, and I'm just going to kind of share what the last few weeks have been like, with kind of having the TAC and how that's affected pregnancy. Thus far, not a lot, but I've had some crazy things happen. So I found out I was pregnant really early on. I'm not joking. At 3 weeks pregnant, I knew I was pregnant. Um, I felt off. I was starting to feel nauseous already. And so at 3 weeks and 2 days, I told my husband, I said, I'm taking a pregnancy test. And I did, and it was positive already. So I'm like, okay, so here we go. And I called my doctor and set up, my first appointment, and she had me come in at 4 weeks. It was like 4 weeks and 6 days for an early ultrasound. I don't know if that's protocol for the TAC or if that was just her checking on things, if that was a courtesy for my peace of mind. I don't know. So I went in for that. I took a friend with me, and they saw a gestational sac but couldn't see the baby yet, and that was typical for that gestation. So just kind of confirming that I was pregnant. I've had a lot of nausea, no vomiting, typical for me. Um, and I've had massive heartburn since like before, since like right when I found out I was pregnant. Since very early on, I've had heartburn and it's just gotten a lot worse. The symptoms with this pregnancy are by far the worst that I've experienced in any other pregnancy that I've had. So after that ultrasound, they scheduled me to come back at 7 weeks and to do another one. However, a few days ago, it was on a Sunday, I was feeling like sharp shooting, jabbing pain in my pelvic area, like in my cervix or vagina or both. I don't know what the hell was happening, but it had been going on for a few weeks, but just not that bad. But Sunday, I was like cussing on the couch, like we were trying to watch the football game, and I was like, what the F is happening? So I decided to call like the on-call number that my doctor's office has, just to kind of for some peace of mind, to be like, is this normal? So they go through the questionnaire with me, and then the nurse on the phone says, "Yeah, this isn't normal. You need to go to the ER." And I'm thinking, I didn't think it was an emergency. I almost didn't go to the ER, but I was like, I better just do what they say. So we went to the ER. Of course, they're forever because it takes forever. And they did blood work, like to see the HCG levels, and did an ultrasound and all of that, and came back and had no explanation for why I was experiencing that pain. And I bring that up because I would love if any woman is watching this that has the TAC and is pregnant or has been pregnant and has experienced this early on. I would like to know, because I brought it up to the ER doctors. I brought it up to the nurse on the phone. Like, is this due to the cerclage? Do you think that this pain is just due to like my body adjusting to having this cerclage? Nobody knows. And this is like an uncommon thing. When I went to the ER, even the doctor was like, I'm not really familiar with abdominal cerclages. So, nobody knows like if these symptoms are related to that or or what. But they did eventually subside like over these last few days. Okay, so I was at the ER, and um they came back, and I didn't get to see any of the images on the ultrasound. They just do it and they don't let you see anything. They said they did see a single baby with a heartbeat, and that was in the normal range for that gestation. And they saw two subchorionic hematomas. I think she said a centimeter each, but I don't know. I think small. She didn't seem too worried about it, but told me to call my doctor the next day and bring it up to them and blah, blah, blah. So I call my doctor's office the next day, talk to a nurse, and they're telling me I'm not bleeding, I didn't have any cramping, had no idea about the hematomas. They said they want me to rest and put my feet up and take it easy until my appointment on Friday. So this was on Monday, and then my next ultrasound is actually tomorrow, Friday. Today's Thursday. So I'm like, okay, but I had this art class coming up that I wanted to go to. So they said you can go to the art class as long as you're sitting down, but if you experience cramping or anything uncomfortable, you need to come home and lay down and put your feet up. So I attempted to go to the art class, and it was 3 hours long, and halfway through, I don't know if I was feeling cramping, but I was definitely just kind of like feeling uncomfortable. And my pelvis, it could be the way I was sitting in the chair, it could be the way that my pants were hitting. I don't know, but I was like, better safe than sorry, I'm going home. So I go home, call the doctor, let him know, and they just said, relax the next few days. She told me to binge watch something on TV until Friday and just like rest. I've had no bleeding. Any like cramping I've had like would have to be really mild and nothing I would be concerned about, but like no bleeding at all. So here we are. Hopefully tomorrow I go and it is revealed that everything is fine and that perhaps the hematomas subside. And they said normally that they do subside on their own. But then, of course, the ER doctor says that I'm at a higher risk for early miscarriage with the hematomas. Like, of course, that's what every woman at 6 weeks pregnant wants to know that's experienced two losses, is that she's at a higher risk. So, just hopefully it goes well tomorrow and baby's still doing good. I'm like I said, so nauseous. I have like the worst heartburn ever. And I joked to my husband about this, but not really joking. Like, I'm nauseous, so I nibble on something to kind of help, like my stomach, which gives me heartburn, which then when I want to lay down to like rest or take a nap, I can't because I have to sit up because it's uncomfortable for my back to like sit propped up. So like here I am in my bedroom doing this video trying to be comfortable. It's only temporary. I have to tell myself that. And if this is what it takes to bring forth my baby, then this is what I got to do. So, kind of been an eventful 3 weeks. I hope things like settle down a little bit over the next few weeks. I have my first appointment with my doctor right at 8 weeks. So, that would be next Thursday. And then we'll just kind of go from there. So, I keep making these videos and again, I'm going to post them like not not anytime soon, but if you stumble across these at a future date, hopefully you can see some of the videos kind of all posted together and you can see how it goes. Also, if you are pregnant with a TAC or have been pregnant with a TAC, like leave your experience in these early weeks, if you remember them, down in the comments below so that other people, when they find this video, they can kind of see some others shared experiences. I think that would be really great for our small community. So until next time, bye.